Welcome to the Small Businesses Big Voice podcast, the podcast that aims to boost your business and your entrepreneurial goals. Each week, we share real stories, practical tips, and community insights to help you grow, connect, and thrive. Because when small businesses speak up, we all get stronger. So let's dive in and speak to today's guest.
Welcome to the latest edition of the Lichfield Chamber of Trade and Commerce podcast, and today we're joined with Wendy. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us. To start, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business, please?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. So I'm Wendy Hill. My business is Hill Start Nutrition, Health and Wellness, and I'm a nutritional therapist, and I specialise particularly in that kind of what we would call the messy bit in the middle. So optimising, I particularly like working with women, sort of helping them hormonally balance, but with men as well. And midlife is that time in the middle where we are really investing in our long-term health and well-being. What we do now will shape our future health and well-being. So things are changing. We can make a real positive impact. And I don't want it to be hard. I want to be able to help people make small changes to what they're doing already, rather than change everything, which it's just not feasible, is it?
No, not at all. How did your business get started? Was it something you'd always wanted to do?
Interestingly, no, it wasn't. I think like a lot of people who have their own businesses. So I started in a completely different industry. I had family business for 27 years in the building trade. So totally different. Yeah. And when I left that, my husband said to me very, very kindly said, just go and do something that you're interested in, something that you enjoy until, you know what you want to do. So I signed up for a nutrition course and the rest is history.
Brilliant. Okay. So what makes your business stand out in your field? I
think I'm really able to unpick those health trends, unpick all the noise and make it real. That's my real skill, is understanding how to make it easy rather than, I just think the health industry makes things so hard, makes you think that you've got to do all of the things all of the time and ground your seeds every day and soak everything. And actually it doesn't need to be like that. We can make some really small changes that have a really big impact. And I think my other big skill is being able to make adjustments. Yeah. So I live with a notoriously difficult picky eater, as most people who know me know.
Mushrooms.
Fish. Anything sweet with me, all of these things.
Sorry, Tony.
And I think one of the things that I do really well is understand the taste palette, and be able to kind of tweak recipes and change recipes and make them easier. Or if you ever see one of my recipes, they're always very simple, very quick, so that you can then feel confident and say, well, can I add things? Can I change things? And I'm like, of course you can, but let's start making it really easy and really simple.
Brilliant. Okay. What's a typical day look like for you?
Well, I suppose there isn't a typical day like most, but I would say today has probably been one of a typical kind of day. So I got up for early. I love to exercise first thing in the morning, whatever that might be. Some days it's just walking the dog. Yep. It might be this morning I went and visited the new Pilates studio in town.
Okay, yes.
So that was lovely. That was my first visit there. I might be teaching yoga at Dean's later on in the morning. So first thing tends to be some form of exercise. Then of course breakfast, because that's the most important meal of the day.
Yeah.
I love eating out, so it might be out for lunch. Today, I went out for lunch. I'm living the best life today, aren't I?
Cool.
Bit of work in between time. I'm here now, and then this evening I probably cook and stay in. But I tend to be out within, the local area. I live in the city centre, so I love kind of going out to the local coffee shops and the restaurants. And I feel really fortunate that I have a life that can do that around, doing some online work and seeing clients. So
brilliant. Yeah. Okay. What's been your proudest achievement so far?
I think graduating, so the start of my journey, was my proudest achievement. I left school having done A-levels, but not very well. Yep. And then to go back to do science, really, a biomed foundation, it's a proper, the course that I did, it's nutritional therapy. So it was a 3-year course, and I got my diploma at the end, and I got my little cap, and, we did the whole graduation thing. And I felt really proud to have said that I retrained at 45 in the middle of perimenopause to retrain, having never done biology at school, was amazing, and I loved it. And I still have to pinch myself to think, is this my job?
I think that's one of the biggest smiles I've ever seen on your face was your graduation photos. It's like, yeah, you've got a cracking smile anyway, but that just had the little extra bit. So yeah, I'd agree with that actually. What challenges have you faced and how have you overcome them?
That's, I think we face challenges every day, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Perimenopause, I hit perimenopause like a wall at 40, but not knowing what it was.
Yep.
And it wasn't until probably 8 years into it that I realised what it was. We were starting to use words like perimenopause regularly, whereas 13 years ago we weren't.
No, menopause wasn't even mentioned.
No, exactly. And I now can look back and say a lot of the symptoms that I had, I realised were down to perimenopause, but I didn't. It was a really challenging time of my life, and I was really struggling in my job, in my career, and it had a huge impact. I'm really pleased that I retrained, I made some changes, and actually it's interesting that my symptoms really abated from making those changes. I didn't realise what I was doing. I was just eating healthier and enjoying that healthier lifestyle. So that was a big learning curve for me. But I think every day is, I do suffer with putting myself out there. Believe it or not, I do suffer with putting myself out there, putting myself forward for things, asking for things. And as a business owner, you've got to constantly be talking to people, putting yourself out there, asking to do things that might be outside of your comfort zone. And it's great. And I do like to challenge myself. But it is challenging as a whole. It'd be so easy to just sit at home and, I like to write recipes and cook. It'd be dead easy to just do that every day. But that's not going to build a business, is it?
Not at all.
You have to put yourselves out there, don't you?
Okay, what does being part of the Lichfield business community mean to you?
I love it. Absolutely love it. It's such a supportive community. All the businesses in Lichfield look after each other. I love being part of the chamber. And it's always about what can I do for you and how can I promote you? And I feel the same way. I actively put my business through local businesses. Ruth, because you've been with me for most of my journey, but right at the very part of my journey, I committed to shopping local.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, do you remember for 30 days? Yes. That was a long time ago. I think it was 2018.
Not far off, probably right, yeah.
And I ended up doing that for a year and kind of I've never stopped really. And it's really important to me to put as much of my business as I can with the local businesses. And I think we all do that because I want Lichfield City Centre to be a place that I want to go and other people want to come. And we have to look after the other businesses. If we don't,
we do. And it starts a circular economy then and keeps everything within us and it's not going elsewhere.
Exactly.
Okay. You've touched on chambers, supported your business. Has it helped you connect with others as well?
Definitely. There are businesses that I wouldn't have spoken to. Again, what do you do? The kitchen shop's a perfect example. I wouldn't just pop into the kitchen shop and say, hey, I'm a nutritionist. But now that I've met everyone through the chamber, there is that connection and it opens up those opportunities and you are going to, we all do it. We put out, even though it's important to put your business locally, you also put your business with people that you know, like and trust.
Yes, you do.
And it builds that know, like and trust. And I've had recommendations and I'm sure I've recommended with that. I think it goes without even thinking about it.
You do it automatically, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. This might be quite a few from you. Any favourite local spots in Lichfield, whether for work breaks, inspiration or personal downtime? And yes, you can name check. Here we go.
Well, how long have we got on the podcast?
It depends when the laptop dies, actually.
So for lunch, I went to Mangia for lunch today. Coffee shops, Mangia again. A surprising one is Beer Bomb do very good coffee.
Oh, really? Do they?
Yeah, they do really nice coffee. And I always forget that they do coffee. And I was chatting to Paul this morning and said, I must remember Melbourne, coffee, breakfast. Oh gosh, there's so many, isn't there? Ball Street as well. I love Ball Street and the bread in Ball Street is lovely. Of course, I like your bread as well,
that's fine.
Ruth, and I always do that. Going to the market, definitely love going to the market at lunchtime. We have some lovely clothes shops as well.
We do actually.
Yeah, so Fortescue's is a personal favourite, and I can't remember the name of it. Is it Victoria down Dam Street? She does lovely bags and clothing, lovely cards and things.
Oh,
She's
I know the one you mean. Yeah, the name's gone out of my head as well.
Victoria something, I think. I have my hair done at KH Hair, James, because people often ask me, so I'm going to say
name
that as well.
check.
Chloe does my facials at Luer. Honestly, literally, I do
Everything.
walk out of my front door and I do everything. The kitchen shop, I always go there for my kitchen stuff. One of my big bugbears, I will do this soon as I have the opportunity to, is it really annoys me when people use the knowledge of local businesses and then go and shop online. And I think the kitchen shop is one of those ones I would say, please, go there and use the knowledge, but buy from there. Because, okay, you might be able to get it for a couple of pounds cheaper online, but you're paying for that knowledge. And it is frustrating if people go ask that advice and then don't go buy where they've had that. It's worth paying it's not a lot extra, but it's worth paying a tiny bit extra sometimes, isn't it? Most of the local eateries I'm at, so 1709 is really lovely. We've got a few smaller sort of chains. So the Quill is literally opposite my house. So I'm in there quite a lot. Definitely. Oh, there's so many, isn't there?
I know, you could have named up everybody.
They're great for cocktails, because as a nutritionist, I still do cocktails.
It's got fruit in.
One of you 5 a day.
Precisely.
Pizza by Golly, been there forever. Honestly, I could literally, I'm trying to name check everywhere that I go, and I would be here all day. You can tell, can't you? I really do. Yeah. And that's not to talk about all the business advisors and the networking groups that I go to and things like that as well. So yeah.
Fantastic.
I am a Lichfield local.
Okay, I know you're in the family construction business, but what did you actually want to be when you grew up?
So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to have when I grow up, but I had a vision. If I had understand vision boarding when I was 18, this is what I would have put on. So I wanted a corner office with a beautiful view, with really nice furniture. And I imagined myself, bear in mind this was kind of like the late 80s, early 90s. Shoulder pads, high heels, nice briefcase. And I just imagined myself having this really cool office and
didn't
having
know what
this
you were
really
doing.
Cool life. Yeah, I didn't need to actually be doing any work. And I think I've had some nice offices in time, but I genuinely don't think that my life now is much different to what I would have imagined it. Apart from the fact that I don't have I've got a corner lounge, a corner office with a view. I think
it's near enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
How do you unwind when you're not working and obviously going to all the eateries?
Yes, well, that's how I unwind. Really, is going to all the eateries and a few cocktails and stuff. I think for me, things have changed a lot as I've got a little bit older, and unwinding is definitely around exercise and my time. So and that tends to be in the morning. I think people think about unwinding as being the end of the day, but for me, it's really important to get some movement in early, and that helps set the tone for my day and makes me much calmer. I'm definitely a type A, definitely, can have the inclination to be super stressed. Yeah. So starting the day right is really important for me. And then I love to dance. The thing that I missed most in COVID was going out and dancing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love having a bit of a boogie. So if there's any ever live music on or an opportunity to have a bit of a dance, then I shake my stuff on the dance floor. Then I love that.
Brilliant. Okay. What's the one thing people might be surprised to learn about you?
Oh, I think I'm a bit of an open book. So I don't think there is anything that people, maybe the fact that I am not as confident as people would think, that I find it very easy to stay in and stay at home. So particularly if I book something in the evening, if it's an evening event, I have to really force myself to go out to them.
I don't think that's just you, especially when it gets to winter. And you like shut that door. I've really got to go out again.
Put my smile on again. But I do find group events challenging. I putting myself out there and kind of approaching. I can do on a stage, I'm fine. But approaching groups of people or people that I don't know very well to open a conversation, I still find it really challenging.
Okay.
So yeah.
That is something I didn't know about you. If you had a totally free day, no work at all, how would you spend it?
I would get up and go and do yoga somewhere, go out for brunch, go for a nice long walk with the dog, do a bit of reading, and then go out for dinner and cocktails and dancing after.
Okay, we better name check Woody, haven't we, really? We've name checked the husband.
Yeah, Woody the dog.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Woody.
No, that is brilliant. Is there a book, podcast or a quote that's really resonated with you recently?
I don't know about recently, but I think the one that I always refer to when I've got a drawing of it on my office wall is, if food be thy medicine, if food be thy medicine, let medicine be thy food. Okay. I think I've got that the right way round. And it's just, I think we forget that food is the fuel.
Yes.
It's not, it's not secondary. If we don't eat well, then how can we expect our engines, our bodies to work well?
I think it was one of your sessions. I know I used to be in your membership group, and people always diss carbs, but you need carbs.
Yeah.
For your brain?
Well, it's our preferred... Carbs turn into glucose, and glucose is our preferred source of energy. And particularly our brain loves glucose. But you need glucose for energy. We should shift between glucose and ketones. Yeah. But naturally we should shift between the two. And everyone hates carbs or, disses carbs, but good carbs. Yeah. I'm the carb queen. Yeah. I'm the Ball Street bakery girl. It's like, I want bread. I love loaf bread as well. Yeah. Bread, please.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people when I'm selling it. It's good for your brain. They look at me. It's like carbs. It's like, yes, you need carbs.
Yeah.
And they look at you. It's like, yeah, you do.
Yes.
Brilliant. What's the one product, service or upcoming event you're excited to share with our audience?
So I'm excited and scared as well.
Okay.
Well, it's because I think when you do something different and do something new, it's a little bit scary. So I am writing a book at the moment. Which,
wow.
Yes. So I do a 28-day transformation program, 3 times a year. I'm just turning that into a kind of do any time, we call it an evergreen, but one that people can access at any time. And I'm writing a book as well. So it can either accompany it or be seen separately. And it's a recipe and nutrition book, and the plan is to have recipes throughout, so that when you open it, you see a beautiful recipe that you want to cook, and then you might read about the nutrition and kind of go, oh, this is quite easy. If I can eat this on a, in inverted commas, diet, then I can do this inverted commas diet. So that is, I'm just getting the second edit done now. So I'm hoping that it will be another 3 months. I'm hoping by the end of this year, 2025, I'm hoping it will be out by then, but I am about a year behind schedule.
Okay, so let's go aim for 2026 and we might be all right. So that's probably going to be your business goal for the year ahead as well, or have you got different business goals?
Those are the two really, is to get my transformation program launched, and I've got quite a hard finish on that, a more recent finish. So get that launched and running as a kind of do at any time, because I love running it in a group. I love group programs, but not everyone's 28 days works around the 28 days that works for me. So if they can start it when they feel comfortable, then that's brilliant. And the big one is to get the book. Mm-hmm. That's the biggie.
Okay. Is there a dream collaboration or project you'd love to make happen?
Oh, well, I'd love to be on Sunday Brunch.
Okay.
That's my like big goal.
Who's Sunday Brunch at the moment?
That is Simon Rimmer and the other one. Tim Lovejoy.
That's it,
But I also like James Martin. So I've got a bit of thing for James Martin. So maybe I could go on James Martin's show as well. Yeah, but that's my big aim.
We'll see what we can do now. We're doing festival flavour stages.
Exactly, yes. Ooh,
Cooking with the Stars.
Very excited about that as well.
What's the best piece of business advice you've ever received?
Is probably to just be you. Be you. Don't be vanilla. I think that was the best advice, is don't be vanilla. And I think I struggle with that even now sometimes, because being opinionated, even though I will be honest, I'm quite opinionated in real life. If you're putting that out there as a business, it's quite
Marmite.
You've got to, but actually if you don't let people know what you're like, then they can't know whether they like you or not. So yeah, don't be vanilla. Be you, and then you will know whether people want to work with you and like you or not. And that's fine. You're not going to be for everybody. Not everybody likes vanilla.
Unless it's ice cream, obviously. What words of encouragement would you offer to someone starting out?
Go for it.
Yes.
Absolutely go for it. Don't worry about, at this stage, succeeding or failing. Of course, we all want to succeed, but what's the worst that's going to happen?
Precisely.
Is you're going to go back into employment. Give it a try, give it a go. It might not be for you. You might love it. I've never actually had a real job. So I'm totally unemployable. Would have to set up another business if this one didn't work for me. It can give you lots of flexibility in your life. But I think the other bit of advice would be, don't assume that you don't have to work hard at it. I still do a lot of hours and you do, you work harder than anyone that I know, Ruth. So, but I still do a lot of hours. It's just that I can be more flexible about those hours and when I choose to work. And if I choose to get up at 5:30 to write my book, because that's when my brain works best, then I'm going to do that. But then if I choose to go for an hour for lunch, I can do that as well. So
yeah, I used to have a Facebook profile picture with you can choose the 18 hours a day you work.
Yes.
It's still those 18 hours, but you're
18
choosing which ones they're going to be. Yeah. We know many of our listeners love a book recommendation. So apart from yours that'll be coming out later, what would yours be?
Oh, this is a tough one because I didn't know you were going to ask this, Ruth.
We try and keep these sneaky.
So I would say, and this is perhaps not one that you would expect from me, the book that had the most impact on me was a book called Building a Story Brand.
Okay.
And it talks about, and I read it quite a few years ago before I started this business when I was in my previous business. But it does talk about how you brand and about the story and about how you get your clients to be, I'm probably misquoting this very badly, but from memory, how your client have to be the hero of the story, but your branding and your story, all of us have a brand and a story. And I think it's really important to remember that when you've got your own business, is we might not be Coca-Cola, but we've still got a brand and you are that brand. And then how you talk to your clients and how they become part of the story is really important. So I think that was a big impact. And I maybe need to revisit it because I'm misquoting it possibly.
Okay. Be interesting to see if you have, but I like the story behind it, even if you have misquoted it. Okay, so where can listeners find you or learn more about your business? Website
is hillstart.me.uk, and I am Hillstart Nutrition on the socials, so Facebook or Instagram, Hillstart Nutrition. Perfect. I do also have a podcast.
Yes, please do.
Thank you. So it's called Fab Female Nutrition. So just search on your favourite podcast provider, and that's a weekly podcast where I talk about all things nutrition, share my views, my thoughts, and hopefully keep it simple, make it actionable. And it'd be great if people tuned in.
Brilliant. Tea or coffee?
Black coffee, please.
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
I think that says for itself. You know that, don't you? Early bird.
Yep. Okay. And your desk playlist, is it silence, music or podcast?
It's silence.
Oh, really? That surprised me about you.
Yeah, really. When I have music playing, I like it, but I don't think about putting it on. So if I'm working from home, my husband lovely Tony comes into the house and turns all of the TVs on and all of the lights, every sound in every single room when he's not in there. And it aggravates me.
Okay.
But if I can, when I do put a playlist on, that's fine, but I just don't think about it. I'm very much a silent worker.
Okay.
I know.
Fascinating. Brilliant, Wendy. Thank you so much for your time.
You're
really
welcome.
Enjoyed interviewing you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you for listening to today's episode. To find out more about our guests, please check the write-up below each episode. Feel free to subscribe to the Lichfield Chamber of Trade and Commerce's YouTube channel or follow us on Spotify. If you're interested in the Chamber, please visit lichfieldchamber.org.uk.